Welcome into your council recap, a recent council meeting. In every council meeting since last month, we've been doing recaps, and I try to bring some lightheartedness to this interview. Chad Brecklin's back, your city administrator. Chad, we are a little behind on this because your schedule is just so busy, but we're still very happy you're here to do this, and we really appreciate everyone who's been checking these out. We hope they're helpful because there's a lot of information that comes out of council meetings. So.
There is, and I do apologize for my scheduling issues and getting this in a more timely fashion following the October 22nd council meeting, but here we are.
Hey, there's just a few things going on, but that's okay. Let's talk about some of the things that have been going on, and we start right in at the commission committee reports. That's where we always pick this up at, and Plan Commission had a couple of pieces there. First one on an ordinance piece here, rezone for apartments.
Yeah, so this, as you mentioned, is technically called an ordinance change in our ordinances related to development projects. And this was a project that is moving through one development stage to another. It's going from a general implementation plan to a specific implementation plan. And this is for a multifamily housing building that's approximately 200 units. In the Hartung Fields development, which is near the intersection of Lacey Road and Sayin Road, and that was approved by Common Council.
We move on to Resolution R-163-24, accepting basically a contract on some sidewalk work.
Yep, every year we go through the city, and if there are sections of our sidewalks that need to be repaired or replaced, we go ahead and do that. And we put that out for bid, and this item here on the agenda was the awarding of that contract based upon the bids that were received. If I recall correctly, there were 2 or 3 bids for this work, and this was the low bid. Was considerably lower than the others, lower than our estimates for this particular work. We did vet this company through other municipalities who have had done work, or with which they have done work in. And all of their references were good to go. So this contract has been awarded.
All right, fantastic. We move on to a resolution on approving a purchase of for streets for a new tractor.
Yeah, a new tractor was purchased in our Streets Parks Maintenance Department, and we were fortunate to get a really nice trade-in value on an older piece of equipment that was less versatile and less useful than this particular piece that we are buying. So all in all, we believe we came in under budget on this particular item as well, and the purchase of this new tractor was approved.
All right, Resolution R-181-24 was postponed till next meeting, so we'll skip over that one and go to R-183-24, amending the 2024 TID number 13 budget.
Right, so this is the reconstruction project for the remaining portion of Sayin Road, largely north of East Sherrill Parkway to I think generally to the city limits, certainly to the McCoy Road intersection. More of this project, approximately $65,000 more, can be funded by our tax increment district that covers this particular area, which means it will not, that $65,000 for this project, in addition to what was previously planned to be covered by the tax increment district, will be covered there and not through property tax levy. So it's a little less money that our taxpayers will be funding towards this particular project. And the tax increment district there will cover a bit more of that project than we had originally had approved. Easy for me to say today, Jeremy.
There's a lot of words on the screen here, so as you're gearing up for your next one, I certainly understand, but that is good news, certainly. We also have a resolution R-85-24 approving agreements for a subdivision in the No Oaks Ranch.
Yes.
LLC.
So this actually, the area of town in which this is the Uptown neighborhood, is just off of Central Park Place. And this is a standard agreement that we have with development projects, expecting some certain level of improvements in the area and what they're responsible for. And that was approved in advance of this project moving forward.
Fantastic. Turning to our Finance Committee, they have a resolution here, R-16624, on recommending an audit firm. They checked out some audit firms, and we got one.
Yeah, we put out a request for proposal on this as well. I think there were two audit firms that bid on this particular work, one of which was the firm that we are currently using. They were actually the low bid and low bid by a wide margin. So ultimately the council has approved this audit firm to remain our audit firm moving forward.
All right, and then finally on R-182-24, supporting levy adjustment increase for the joint EMS district, assessed charges.
Right, so this is an item that the three municipalities who participate in Fitch-Verona EMS, that being the city of Fitchburg, the city of Verona, and the town of Verona, have passed the 2 previous years, and in light of state law that allows us to take levy limit adjustments for fire and or EMS districts based upon CPI. We are utilizing that strategy again this year, which will allow us to fund a bit more of the operations and cash reserves associated with Fitch-Verona EMS, and do that in a rate that's about 2% above CPI, which I think this year is right around 3.1% or so. So this will be the 3rd year that the 3 municipalities have elected to utilize this strategy.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to wait and see what the other 2 municipalities do. Unless that already happened. Maybe it has
they are
since,
up in the first week or 2 of November, so
right.
we don't anticipate any issues based upon last year's actions.
Gotcha. All right. Then finally, new business under direct referrals. We have a resolution R-187-24 granting underground electric easement. This is up in the hub, if I remember right.
Yep, this is for the hub project on Traceway Drive. Obviously, that building that's going up there, that community building, needs some power, and this easement allows that power to be placed on that lot.
It gives you the power to put power in. I don't know that you can ever say that more than right here on this show. So
there you go.
Next committee of the whole meeting has already happened. It was on the 23rd. Any sum up from that?
Sum up from that is we talked about the operating budget process for the Common Council used related to the amendments on the November 12th council meeting. And we also had an update from Deanna Schmidt and Brad Sipple in our planning departments regarding the Greenfield and South Stoner neighborhood plans.
I would remind you all you can recall these meetings through Fact TV. We have them all there posted for you. You can go back and watch those. Of course, we rebroadcast them on our government channel F1, but you definitely can tune back in for that. Plus, you can check out these interviews with Chad Brecklin. We do it again after each council meeting, so I encourage you to check in, find out the latest. Next meeting is in November already. My goodness, November 12th.
November 12th, absolutely.
All right, Chad, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.